Hello, temo femo yote. Minkpe mo femo kembani femo ne oira don wa de nche ake ofe be ni okwemi ngbeji ni tete obobi ashon ni tete TV ji no ko ne bole Ga-Dangme no ya e Ghana e no ya he wo yo bi mi ne wo ba yue Ga-Dangme sane no le inanoko ni ejegbe eyani minwola bona be ni nchon iminwola wa de nche shole ama twa video in ya video speed ni matwa mabo she ma twa video no ni matwa ne 1 minute pe mabo ni matwa bo no ni jinko ni watch no.
We do know that we are late in making this request. And one of the wisdom keys is that it's never too late to do the right thing. So even if we know we are late, but we know that a little amendment can help the Ga State, can help the church, can help, because the Ga State, they are members of churches. So we are imposing things against our own people. And the Ga State, they are also members of culture. So now it's the clash of culture and state. In the book of Acts of Apostles chapter 4, the disciples were arrested and they were going to kill them. The man stood up called Ga-Dangme. He says, if this thing is of God, it will stand. And if it's not of God, we'll be seen as fighting against God. So we still want to plead with
right, if I make a walk with video, on a video no kwa montone no. Papa le ni onu here osofo panani. Actually Bishop Dr. Gideon Kisei. Bishop Dr. Gideon Kisei leji onupa ye Life International Church. No le noko eno na ne edumo Ga Traditional Council. Edumo charismatic churches. Ke Pentecostal churches New York Ghana. Edumo amenye. Alo enya amenye. Ni efe moni dumo amena ne yue ye Ga Traditional Council minister ne. Wangma dumo. Egba me so mo bi na. No amete na meke Ga Traditional Council ya yue. Kona kwa ka ba nya fe no ko ye ha me lo. Ni ole imi mfungwa die nche ni nana kan video we ole mokokwa be na afọ like a religion afọ moko Christofonyo ni afọ moko Islam nyo ni afọ moko wonjalo tafla cheke no ko yepo na acho le wonjamo bona benicho because no ni wonu ohihia ke wonjamo I think ake what may be we lack understanding of what it is. Bona benincho si mo femo afobo kewo wokukomi afobo kewo gbeme srote ko ma ten o fa ne ke gan e ya no jugba kekemi mini jino ni nta o machon afobo ganyo alo afobo ashantenyo alo afobo ayigbenyo alo afobo nzemanyo si afobo ake Christofonyo alo afobo ake Islam nyo afobo ake Buddhist nyo no ewo ni keji oda onye fafiwe ni obanyo te so mo ahun so obanyo chake obaka ke mi mene je Christofonyo jimi no keje mene ke ya icho Islam nyo obanyo osole Islam ahun so ba chake no obaka keje mene ke ya je Islam nyo jimi mismo mabo in Christo jamo obanyu ne ke jamo enyo na enwe o ja me fe ahun sike se kokko ake ne ke jamo enyo ne nja do agbene no ni nyete me ko me nye chole wonwe agbene no nke ba ya si onyen oda no se ko no ba ka ke bo je ganyoji bodon onyen o se ko no da no ba ka ke bo je asante nyoji bodon onyen oda ni o ba se ko no ba ka ke bo je aigbe nyoji bodon. So if there is one thing you cannot change, a jig bomonijibo, kekbemena fobu ameting, a fobu awo jamomi, a fobu awo kukomi, may identify your bo. No need to Because na can cool na for boy when me identify your boy, you cannot change it. Onyo da no ka Ga-Dangme ya mi je gan Jimmy don. You can never say that. So ba no that no share ko no ba ka me iya so mo don me insole Islam don. And let me tell you for the benefit of the look, and the mean kabwene ni inke wonimbo yin nyam inke won ye no. Christopher Nyokpana Jimmy. Many me why they know me very well. Like I said, mufoni yo no eda wadi enche. Many me lemi ojogba. Mufoni yo no eda wa. Christopher Nyokpa and I me yuen kan wonyumwa yin nyam yuen kan wo mi yin no. Mufoni yo no eda wadi enche. Bona beninchon but kusum femo je woni je abonsanini. And it's about time Nita Flache what Christopher Ekome Sani one nanakene Sani we should have that distinction between tradition, culture, can only watch all like idolatry. Noni watch all like idolatry a podium chair, no podium chair, question marks here. Because what definition of it your problem with it. She jeno wabafemo ebie. Bona beninchon. Te fiote ni wakometo wakometo wagame kometo wonu fe no ni woyo ata na efe ya wodi ata na kpata fe woye ata na fe wa desolate. Our very essence akegame ata na wipe completely from the face of the country ni wo chole Ghana. Aye wonu fe no ye wodi aye wo shiponji ya wodi wa yuemu teteponi wo yu opwe. Fio kawa here bani ni wati amekume ni wateshi wa yinobi ni wateshi ni wa use social media kawa here bani wa yemo tete podi enche enewo nole efio me piake wa game wo wonwaja wa kusumi e woni wa nife mo e woni nimbio ake is there any ethnic group ya Ghana ni really Ambanya I may trace I'm a lineage to Israel Fegame. Is there any what bad Ga-Dangme a podi and chair nyete me pie like I said some of these people where I make a say any so come you what bad Ga-Dangme a di and chair. It is rooted in Jewish tradition. Mogobaka some of the lost tribes of Israel. Obana the tribe of God. And the tribe of Dan, no Ga-Dangme G-A-D, the tribe of God, you Obana Ga Yajame G-A, the tribe of Dan, Obana Dangme Yajame. Nicolai Bonaga Nicolites, your Bible let me. Among Koteme, Bonaga Ammonites, your Bible let me. What bay tete podi and chair, what bay tete podi and chair, oba kote Old Testament, obana what bay jin komeyemi. Ile any group koye Ghana. Neba trace I'm a lineage back to Israel to mobeni wa game, obani wa trace wa lineage to Israel. No moko janu wa fegame. Moko e janu wa fegame. No wa kusumi je woni. It is not everything you feel niji won. Me wa kometu kesha wano feno ba ata na fitele wano feno ata na fele tuma bonsani wano feno ata na fele tumo nidini na me weye mfegame. It is not just symbolic. There is a reason when it ga wakala eyen. Then it got the various tribes of anaka other was sate go ana kala bibi come but our mother color is white. She was not feeling of your analeding, was not feeling of your analabonsani, was not feeling of your wakusumi. The very thing they define your war, the very thing they identify your war. Christopher Ekome, J. Christopher Efen, because to me, me, Christopher Nyokpana, Jibi, Mufo, you know, a dakpapa. Many me cock echo basania bile ojoba. Like I said, in case J, you ain't can go no. Me you can go in yam. Ba ganojimi. No one in ja Christo ake ganyo. No gonna fe. I fake the thousands and thousands and thousands of years. When an asusuka wa dada me when another dada me afi o ya bo afi akpe abo what generation ne what tanshi nimoko ba fitele in the name of religion. We will not allow it. Look, and this goes out to everybody, to all the institutions in your Ghana. What blame a beer coming in your fiola if you nyake amelewolomi ame school ya fa no nyakanibi PCC ame. This generation of Ga-Dangme family be here. What a school why? What level mean why? Bena Jagana Sidianche, Name ya school fee. There was a period in between. Nekole was one me school ya can be no one yena wa kwemene menema melenoko. This should be a caution to all of you institutions in your Ghana. This generation, this current crop of Ga-Dangme being one bar, we are well educated. Wale wabeku from wanine what tansi ni moko baba never fite wakusun in the name of religion. We will not allow it. Because the God that I serve is a God of order. Money no min kasele yagmale mi nin kan yole nin liole nin sumole nin jale. He is a God of order. He is not lawless. Numo efe nin basabasa. He is a God of order. He is a God of discipline. Bona benicho eye mobo wa adienche. Eye mobo wa adienche. Bona benicho ni tumo benike member matwa first video amabo. Ametega traditional council. Ameka me ayue na fe no koye mina ba fe yakusumi ye anye mini aba fe yakusumi ye anye nye ba nye Ashanti region nige kusumi nkoye nye ba ka otumfu ake nye qualify taflache nana ofa na mingabu min bodo manye nye ba kela akesi efe no koye kusumi ye anye nye ba nye fe na ka no le no ni domie Ga-Dangme famo bi nike fe amenyo ma here ke ya na I don't get it. I'm not first video mabo. Bo sofo Dr. Gordon Kizitwe boletwe.
Bishop Dr. Gordon Kise, first vice president, and the machine you more. They should man the address.
Don't you imagine? Finding out you're going to soon back to you.
Not when my vegan, she ate where my favorite mistake. Then you have not the money and my favorite mistake. Or careful back, I will go ahead in English. We were here for the last 2 weeks to present a case, and it's about the ban on drumming and noise making. It is not new, it happens every year. In the year 2000, a meeting was held at Ne Ababiuk's place at Mamprobi. Then the same 2000, a meeting was held at the paramount chief around Bessie, and a memorandum of understanding was arrived at where some instruments could be used, but at certain minimum noise. However, last year, things changed. And this year, things changed again. So we said the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, we will not sit down for another 1 year before we start addressing the issue. So we came with the view that can we start dialoguing? And as we dialogue, there will be more understanding. And we have only 2 things to request. That during the time that the Ghana state will go through the Maduma where they want to have silence and quiet, that they don't leave the church out, that they can invite the church to pray with them. But we believe that prosperity comes from God. We believe that increase in harvest comes from God. And so we believe that if we are invited to come along, we may be praying in our own churches. But when God's state is flourishing, we shall also flourish. Our members will flourish, our churches will flourish. So it shouldn't be God's state versus the church, but we are one people. And so that is our first request, that going forward, we want to propose a standing committee
because that was what was arrived at some time past. That the standing committee will consist of people from the GPCC, the Christian Council, the Catholic Secretariat, NAC, Apostolic Fathers, and even the other traditional council members. So when there's a case, the standing committee will address it and pass it on to both the church and the leadership of the state. So that is our first request. Now, secondly, this one is already in place, and some things were said or were informed and passed on to us. We were making some requests, and the last time we came here, we asked to put our request in writing. So I believe that Nime and Niga have received our request. And we know that they have sat in council, and we know that God will be dealing with us favorably as we shall hear from them the response of our request. Thank you very much.
Over one way, I mean, poor man, charismatic churches New York, I mean, Pentecostal churches, I mean, poor man, I mean, the traditional council now, kwake mla nika. Wakusumi femo ye where na me use abanya amendi lelo. Reverend Dr. Kisei male kemia ke nken na bua kakpa mokoni mufoyo enohi. No ye shiba mi nken na bu pa oe. Shinumo le no je. O fa ne no je kusumi ni yo je me. Obanye no adumonye manchama yi. No come ake ame amendi kusumi elo because o ta no face omo. From one Christian to another, no nkebo you o mi bibo sani. Bishop Dr. Gideon Kisei eno je obanye kusumi ni yo je me oba adumonye manchema yin oba lo me afiose no ake manchema ake ame amendi kusumi because o ta no face omo. Wa ko meto maba ma banye bu woneke won ma du mo ke won ma ile ni woso ni ole Christopher epie brainwash wo wote me epie ka du ma po wole no ni wole no je ake wajin ache me amenshanawa ke me awo agba oble kucho meji gbe tele nkan wife what tashi ni what try ni what break it down no na you all awo kaga awo na money mother. They are calling on the mother of the earth. Insu, enam, edibam, poto. Bonana you are to. They are calling Mother Earth to bless the soil. Eni ane insu, enama ni lopi yaba edibam poto. Age wutu fanteni meji betene anti Sarah gba mi echomi ake noji fantese se ni ke woji achemete bonana you otu ewa J1 they are praying, they are saying a prayer to Mother Earth ni ani numane ni lopi aba. Some of us say wakasomo efin wo icho echimo wo ime, so we don't want to learn the essence of our traditions. Aloni bi komeka wona watumo no ba kase no ni na kan ni bi eshidumo mo ha. What they stand for. No, what condemn or no fair no. Ga-Dangme je awa wepe no na he. Wulo me no na me fe. I'm a yachumi. Na ma solio. I'm in fasting for like 30 days. Say wulo me many je pakpa je am na me fe kwasi ani bi leta flash am fe na kan ni bi. Shi wulo me ojogba ni am sumaka me tu am nu tu ojogba. Madumo be I'm a fear of fasting. I'm a young man. No, you know why I saw one with fear. I'm a fear of fasting. Nika me tell me shrine me. I'm a solio. Can I ganshipon jiano fe? Ni jo mo bag ganshipon jiano. Kokwe ene one ni fe money. Kokwe ene one ni fe money lo. How many times in the Bible? Ni Yahweh, Jehovah, a commander ke Israel biye aboti amechumi na fedio in the midst of their battles. How many times in the Bible? kefe ngale nye kasi alojugba nye kasi alojugba no Bishop Dr. Kisi o fa ne ye shiba mi anie no je obanyo bu amana ni ya nya magina chemanye ni nya ka ma kesi ame amendi ame kusumi because e gbanye so mo fe mo na. Can you guys do that? Or propose a steering committee? Steering committee for what? Our customs and traditions, they are non-negotiable. Dr. Gideon Kisi, our customs and traditions as people, they are non-negotiable. And I'm telling you this as a Christian, a staunch one at that. And I say that proudly. I don't need anybody to tell me. And you can sit anywhere you are and judge me. That's on you. But then get out. Period. Point blank. Get out of our land. Get out. Nibi ne na afio eke jomo bagana fe eke jomo ebinke wula me ame ya chumi kaduma na me solio wa bolu ani ni wo fio ne no ekpata ne me fe ko ma yin no ne ekpata ne me fe ko ma yin mele ni mwanyeja ni mo no ni lelenke. He's a God of order. He's a God of discipline. Numo monike abu authority. Numo monike bu authority. Ni o sole o authority po. Le no ja alo numo konklo. Nike authority make law. Oba no ba kaka amend the law. For what? For what? Amend the law for what? Yesu e moni le. Yesu e disrespect the authority. Yes, a majority of the time, many challenge the Bible. They are the religious leaders, those so-called religious bigots. Now, make pattern. Most of the time, I mean, yes, you can fight. Yes, we are not fight with the authorities. You don't condemn the authorities. Say, but authorities say, I'm in perpetrate injustice against lower class citizens. Never stand up for me. No, I can tax questionnaire. I can talk questionnaire by yes, we minute to know you. Eke, she can't in no more choyono. I make a Kaiser. Eke, yes, Kaiser each your scar no. Make a Kaiser no a Kaiser. No, can you no anymore. Yes, you disrespect the authority. Yes, you disrespect the authority. Wakometo kesha no maba. Wakometo atafite wano feno attack pata wano feno ye. The very tradition ne define or wahue no we atan aba negotiate na kwaka banya feno ko elo. Osofo ni twose mi kenklen wosomo gamashie mi. Ga-Dangme wa feel so mo pepepe in keba kan kan period won wo ke feel fasting ni challenge bola asake ke Christopher Onyojibo ko na ka game ke ma e wo sipon be mo mahi no kwa ke no ta wo nyum efe ha bolo wa feel pepepe wa feel wo so mo pepepe mu for explain your shi pepepe beni no me instruments back where aja anyumo. When there were no instruments in the church, Ajanuma instruments any so mo efite because me come any come amete so mo Sunday no so ya ma jon ka pa so mo no bi la ka mi no so for preach pe le ajo la church ale no pe maba legal counsel ni organ traditional counsel ni Dr. Kisi yue atan e ba yue egbeji ni auto blafo ni jeten lepo e na tue ha me fi o bole hunto yi.
It's nice to have all of us on board this morning to deliberate matters concerning the basket. I do recall course of your prayer, you stated categorically that you are here for the well-being of the Ghana State. That's very prayerful. You think of the Ghana State in the realm of tradition and religion, so that both sides work together hand in hand for the future of the stability and the well-being of the Ghana State. You are very much aware there had been a previous meeting where you were requested to put down your request in writing. The council has been able to meet over and deliberated over this request. One of your first requests about is a kind of steering committee going forward into the future. It's a very noble idea, which we think is very important at this stage, considering the growth of society over the years. What Ghana State used to be 200 years ago or 100 years ago is no longer the case today. Things have changed. So if traditionalists and people of religion cohabit and sit together and deliberate going forward into the future, is such a wonderful idea. However, the kind of request contained in your letter dated 16th of April, if I'm right, has been deliberated upon by the council. And unfortunately, we cannot accede to the request. The reason being that, as at the 3rd of April, His Royal Majesty the Government Chair and members in council and other persons have come out with a timetable for the celebration of the Ga-Dangme War, with events of non-Nigerian preceding these events. The press statement was issued with the do's and don'ts before you contacted the council and sent your request in writing. Now that the press release is out, it is very difficult for us to take a second look and bring changes. That's exactly what happened last year, which ended up creating a whole lot of confusion. We do not want this sort of thing to continue. It is very good that we are all sitting today, but today should not be the last. We believe that this should be a continuing process, so that we do not wait even for the time on the ban on drumming and noise speaking and on what to arrive before we begin making skirmishes to ask for changes and amendments here and there. This is the beginning of a process. Going forward into next year, if this sort of deliberation continues from both sides, we are likely to give considerations and concessions here and there, which will be for the mutual benefit of all the parties involved as stakeholders. So, for the purposes of addressing your letter, the position of the Traditional Council, headed by His Royal Majesty, interpreted which is that we cannot accede to your request in the light of the press release of 3rd of April. However, going forward into the coming year, if this sort of deliberation will continue from both sides, we are likely to make the necessary amendments and changes which will be of benefit to all of us in society. We are very grateful.
Right. If you make a new autoblafo nijete, legal council, traditional council, bona benicho nole, numo autoblafo nijete, mimboado manye feno yo. Look, there is no need for any steering committee, none whatsoever. Kai moko okpono, neka boba susun boku sumiye. There is no need for any steering committee whatsoever. Numo. Why are you providing a table for somebody? Never negotiate on your customs and your traditions. Like a steering committee, yeah. Bona benicho, numo, yeah. numo to be no you a video nyaka o amonto na aje kusumi na ehihiomo no ewo ekole kagbe na amekwa na atashi ameba na atashi na kwake noni me na ba fe wo se abanya fe no numo kenye fe no ko ye wo ba pesia wonye. The youth of Ga-Dangme will revolt against you guys. Can you adopt any of the so-called amendments? The youth of Ga-Dangme will revolt against you guys. We will use our platforms. We will revolt against it. We will bash it until we reverse course. So if you guys know what is right for you, our customs and traditions are non-negotiable. They are non-negotiable. Ko tun fo be shena chante me ba fe ame kusumie moko ba nya ya manhia pale se ne aka ka e pa fai akwana chake vio. There is no need for steering committee. Ni future na adumo jina ba do no amendment is needed. I customs and traditions come ni amendo, I get it. This is not one of them. Benila said, some of these things say a check with time. This is not one of them. It is not. Ka place ban a place. Mo femo ni Ga-Dangme. Come on, a place in no lenche. Magic great enche with no amendments whatsoever lenche. In the social media, me come ni asafobiete so much me atoni bi fe. Ame buwo. O amending. We no amendments say podi enche ame buwo. Me come disrespect me ne wen sana. Efema ka ga na gan lagbasete jo le eniji. Moko asantenyo le wen ho abele. Ho abele na ti amole lemo obrayo lemo ase e ka men selashi. Take men selashi ka du ma aho abele until na ba fe ko expon aho esa ni po ahon po chi wonye wo ke na ke because what your money me ba ye komi ba ke kwa kamala no ka fe ye wo certain ka twa wo yin bonu mi sisi ka twa wo yin. There is no need for any amendment. Numo oto blafo ni jete. You are well educated. You don't invite a person to your table. Mokoni eba mess up with your home. You don't invite them to your table. If somebody is going to come to your house and mess up with your home, you don't invite them to your table. You kick them out of your house. There is no need for any steering committee. When the ban is placed, it's placed. If you can't, get out of our land. Osafo kisi na you are still enu shishi. Eteshine ba yue kon. Enu shishi. Boletwe.
We do know that we are late in making this first. And one of the wisdom keys is that it's never too late to do the right thing. So even if we know we are late, but we know that a little amendment can help the Ga State, can help the church, can help, because the Ga State, they are members of churches. So we are imposing things against our own people. And the Ga State, they are also members of culture. So now is the clash of culture and state. In the book of Acts of Apostles chapter 4, the disciples were arrested and they were going to kill them. The man stood up called Ga-Dangme. He says, if this thing is of God, it will stand. And if it's not of God, we'll be seen as fighting against God. So we still want to plead with Name and also the paramount chiefs here that we may not get the answer immediately, but we want Name, the paramount chiefs, and the mayor to His Royal Majesty to look at our request again. And you can write to us and let us know where we find out the decisions.
Can I give you a swift response?
Yes.
On behalf of the government. I expected this to come from men of God, and it has come. But the truth of the matter is this: we have set in motion the traditional practice. It started from last month, so it's in motion. No, it started from today. Today's 20. It started. So it is not good for you to wait another year before you practice. We are saying that beyond this period, make contact. Let us deliberate into the future of next year, so that we can come together, resolve the issue, and make the necessary changes and amendments that would be of mutual benefit for both sides as society evolves. That is all.
He's not taking no for an answer. Still, this guy, like I said, this morning can Abu Bakbe. But like the traditional council, we are watching you guys. One penny. If you guys make any amendment to our traditions, can you check and come by Yabanu? Kaji meni mejesisi a check ya neba senye no suwe no no fio neba yin sinarafi meni me ba before nye kaji a me check le bibi anwe bene kusumi e ba yin sin nyeba nina wonkwenye ni ole Dr. Kisi onwogan ni esisi na aka o start gangan yemo. Look, there is no clash between gang culture and the church or the state. Clash you go kwabe. Ole money town they create clash bo. Ghana Charismatic Council, Pentecostal Council, nyen town ni naka misunderstanding about what thing. Yeah. Or use where they clash. So I mean use the same thing. There is no clash whatsoever between what? Christopher, because tomobeno you know what game Pierre Christopher jiwa ya so mo. How do you ask a group of people to amend their traditions? Dr. Kisi, how do you do that? Our very essence, what makes us the sort of people that we are, okay, what amendi. They check mo check your wall. Beninu mbawa ke eni nyumwa ke wa oh, check it. You want to check it. I mean, our very essence. You want us to amend our very essence? Like, I don't get it. I mean, look, any wakusumi efite mokomoko Keji wa fe na ka amendment e ba fite wo tumo be no you anya ka no, it is not destroying anybody. Ene no ka jomo baga. Meni wanyegbe ni ye fite wa kusumi anwe no ne. Ene ko we ba shene. No, keji wa chake no ni fio wo Ga-Dangme biye mo ba pata won ye Dr. Kisi ole na kan. No tawa wa fe keji wa fe mu no mo ba pata won yin no mo ba fite wo no le you no call like I said, and it goes to affirm bona benincho allow it gives credence to noni we earlier a quote Acts chapter 4. If this thing is of God, it will stand, but if not, it will be seen as a fight against God. No, wakusumi is not of God. Naketa wo neke wo. Nakaji no na mena. Ame gankusumi mfe woni. Abonsanja money. So no ni wafio, it is not of God. So what? One fight against God. Afele che. Ole beami ni Ga-Dangme. Je na meje na mebesha ambashe Ghana shikono. Thousands of years, hundreds of years. We are fighting against God. No one mani. Our tradition is demonic. Our tradition is devilish. Our tradition is pure evil. It is not of God. So one job unsang Madia cheme ame bubo wa ade enche. Na kan quotation no make ye me. Ame bubo wa ade enche. Oba kwe all group of people here. No car make. Ame kusumi na ame fear. It is not of God, so they are fighting against God. Really? Me nu mo cho. Israel nu mo. Wa many Israel Germany wo je. Wa many Israel Germany wo je. Ka ge wulo mo onu osisi. Wo le mo. Wo mo ko ne le owo the prophet of the Nile. Many me no na me wo. What corrupt la unu nyenu osisi. Na ye no na that is Nile. Now river me ya ton. Nye kasiani. You are seeing the prophet of the Nile. Nile river me ya ton. They are prophets. When you are corrupt in la ne fe no neba fe. What me come what de la ko what fe wa yaka wa kase wa history. No wa kase wa kusumi nka wa traditions. Into what generation we are not going to allow anybody to mess with us. When I use our platforms, then we will call everybody out. We will call every single one of you out. Our customs and traditions are non-negotiable. There is no need, there is no room for amendment whatsoever. No room. No, baby, look, Ga-Dangme politicians, stop being useful idiots. I said this the last time. Ga-Dangme politicians, stop being useful idiots. Stop. Stop it. Greater Accra Regional Minister Designate, Honorable Titus Kwate Glover. To be fair to him, he didn't really say anything in about disagree. But if someone wants to destroy your home, you don't invite them to the table. You don't. You kick them out.
Daniel, and the President Nigeria. Eshibamimbu fire. Now many titles go as Anglicans. In our uniform, a Methodist. Now, choosing me a Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, Lagos. In Bada, a Pentecostal Full Gospel Church International. I think I will be a free Christopher. Now, me, I'm married. One will know Jack twin jolly. A shulmu, a noya, abamami, a gun, state, fatai. So for to body, I may have a care. No trouble. Find young Jane care. Maybe you will have a chromosome. Back Mama Shaw. Friday in the Neo was any no. Danny Kenyan and Juma Boy. Careful, neither here. Can again moderated use of public address, PA system, at the minimum sound levels confined in church auditorium. The use of keyboard, organ at minimum sound levels within the confines of church auditorium. The third one again, allowing for moderated hand clapping during church worship sessions. And the final one, no use of drums or technological gadgets that produce the sound of drums. Quote. Quote. You Jamie? Mas mo ba ish? Lele akeke de mene abaje kuswish. I'm not doing a blasted day. Because suffering yoga, including the Muslims, because I'm your homes. I'm a poor. Ni actual azan or something. Azan. Ni I'm again. Check you are. I'm in the song. God, the constitution and the role of traditional religion is a minute. Religion, everything. She need to be in a fire. Can he be a fair and a being? Can do no half of a body in a fire. Then Jimmy fire. Could you microphone? I mean, you could be. I mean, I suffer. Now, I'm no fear, I'm a being. You got money. They take a suffer when I'm a jack. Congratulate the old women took out follow the village. But then, wow. Paniga fire. Patching on fire. Ambulance have been new money. People not me. Why you go money what was up now? She will never feel. She make it to the body. That's what paniga fire. Okay, I'm not away. Once we want to promote gas things, once we want to promote for culture, you can maybe a friend about it. No more. She won't. Hey, Baba, don't matter for both. Minimum that will not fail to be only in relation to the not give up a fight. When you challenge, get from the guy, get your money, you Germany, get money, when I'm moving. No, the chef, Loe, finish it, Papa, I walk in my journey.
You offer a bubble let way. Honorable Minister. Numo kwate, imbuabo wae, numo. Kebo no kumalakabo. Insumo Sunday wadi enche. Yeah, I disagree with the party, no you me. But bo, as a person, onye shikamo, onile, o intellect, imbuabo wadi enche, numo. Yes, I know you are me yake. Sano bio yake, nambak, sano bio yake, ona be no kani. Bio yake, and yo konye. No fio, mlenche nsha yo konye. Bio yake and yo konye. Eba ngo konye nalo. Sano bio yake ko konye dumoshine kwebwe nume kwate anye banyo konye nake kusumi na fobu awomi onyeme koma yekete na seek for amendment to kusumi tumbeni nke oyue no ko fomo nume kwate nke ban habo simon esa no nyu ame yeke yakla numo ani nshayo acholo konye bongo na ocho na agbe oko na okonye mi bibu ake nu mo kwate ani ko okonye du moshie e ba nwe na ake kusumi na fobu awomi onye gbo ya yin titiri kete na seek for amendment lo alo mlenche bole mlenche mami o mami ni na anya oko bi no che egbe ke mlenche ima na anya oko edumose eba nwena numo kwate oyuwe no ko gbonyo se sa no nyu ame yin no fetu mo pa fa fi o ko po han me numo je mo bo omodin o fa ne ko kwani lo ka bata bi em video ne bo amodin nye sha ga traditional council nya na sha me din na me na ke wole no won kwa me mo fe mo ni your contact me ni Ga-Dangme for mo bi ji le ja shame. Moderated use of PA systems, use of keyboard and organ, moderated hand clapping, no use of papa, amendi. Now achake. Osofo ni chose mi enken so mo ye gama hye mi. No ni me na che wo ye feko ka aduma wo stop. Wo fi oso mo pepe. Ka me ifa amejala amemi. Ye so mo chu emi no aba jala mi in groups. Wo fi ona kai. Wo jala wo mi. Wajala wami group neke so mo fe ba so mo na ken o sofo ko me ba du mo mene ma yin o sofo ko me ba lead mene me o sofo ko me ma lead me o sofo ko me ba lead mene me ka fe praise and worship le mo fe ba yin fe le ko me atwa de na ken no won jo be won la na ken no ble o. It is doable. It is doable. Maba na ye wulo mo numu akwa minsan numu job onu numu akwa minsan numu job Ga-Dangme jema watching fe archangels jema watching archangels nchobo ni nko le ame fe ame ba blessable okay look bro for me ba luwo na me ani wag me woni bi ko me wote me ko me wo fe wo yaka wo ba kase ko ni wale wo gbe me di enche ni jiwo jema won no chole archangel bro for me ona ko le ame fe ame job na e wulo mo numu akwa mi san o play jane e ba job jema watching fe ba job o chon me ni o keka ke won ame nu shishin po because ame te me mpia ame kase ko nda ko video earlier on en wiake no ni what all idolatry here what maybe it's questionable sani wa kase ni ye sani wa kase ni won bluff me lu wo chon bluff me ame lu wo chon sani wa kase ni numu akwa mi sa ewe bluff ba ke passionately ke musun chon ne ngona ke nu egbe na kan bon numu akwa mi san tuyi
níbi ìfẹ́ rẹ̀ àjẹ́kọ́ àpàdà wọ́n máa ń ṣe máa gbé ẹ̀fọ́ ní sẹ́nà kẹ́wọ̀n pọ̀ sí ti bẹ̀ẹ̀kẹ́ àkútò mi fún àyẹ̀wò kọ́ yìí ṣe yẹ plé mi ló wá ṣe gàgà bí mo bẹ̀jẹ̀ mi ṣì gan wọ́n yọ filling stations ní ọkàn fún ẹ̀ wọn kò kàn yẹ gbogbogbò wo di iná kẹtún ọ̀gá máa ní ilé ayé níbi kókò mi ní ọ̀fin ní di akẹ́yọ́ sí ọ̀gá máa ètè mẹ́ni ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gan máa kù sóòrò nohu abaye na nohu atologo afa mu ka eye over 500,000 years so na afa no bani na so mo kokura da Africa na kanu wo fe wo yo wo kusuni wo noni no dino na ke yo si o ke ge mini kamera je ka sipo e la je ka sipo kameye nípa ṣẹ́kọ̀ sọ́fọ̀ ẹni gama bí ìyẹ̀mí náà mẹ́ tẹ́mẹ́ kàmí ní máa wò yẹ̀gà náà mẹ́ yẹ́ gama gbẹ́ ọmọ pàfà ìpè ní wọlé ló lè súnmọ̀ nílé ló lè bá fẹ́ wẹ́pọ̀ wọ́gàmù ní kẹ́kọ́ sún fàtà yìí hàn wò yìí méjì nígbà tó gán ṣiṣẹ́ gbà mí ọ́ àsọwọ́ ni wọ́n bí àmì sàmì mí ní ètò àmì kan hàn wò kẹwọ nyeme Islam fi àwọn èèyàn ọmọ 30 days wọ́n bá àmọ́kọ́ náà ọkẹ́ mọ̀kọ́lọ́kọ́ Christopher fi ọ crusade àmọ́ fi ọ̀nà fínú ẹ̀dá ṣìkún ọ̀nà Ireland kẹ́hà sọ ọmọ bí ìfihàn fi ọ àmọ́ fi ọ possessions kẹ́tún ọ̀gá ṣìkún ọ̀nà kẹ́tún ọmọ wọ̀ kò sún lẹ́kọ́ ọtí ní mọ́kọ́ náà lónìí ọba dùn mọ́ ni abọ̀ṣe ń kẹ́kẹ́ mẹ́ni wọ́n wà wọ́n ahìlẹ̀ kẹwọ́ pọ́ kẹwọ́ dí ó fẹ́ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní bí yẹ kúmẹ́kúmẹ́ ní máa yẹ tẹ̀pẹ̀ yà á fi mú ẹfẹ́ yẹn ìgbọ̀n lẹ́nu wọ̀nyí ọ̀nà kẹwàá kẹkọ́ òtí ìmọ̀kòwé bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́ ní àmẹ́fí ọ̀yẹ́ jẹ́ òun kò bá fi ló sọ̀rọ̀ àmẹ́ni tó ọ̀wọ̀nù mẹ́ni yẹ ọ̀wọ̀nù tẹ̀mẹ́ni yẹn wọ̀nyí Any me fear my head. Make back and they can baby one make over for me. No, no story, no, make him man, no, make a wow, not just saga. She generally can make a saga. Na town na pa finance boy. E wo gan e agni. Wo inone gan eti. So ke won saga. Wo ke wo ba saga. No fi no mo fe ma no ba ya pusu yeye. To ba me so mu. Ama fa to so. When wo ya bi ama fe ko no ko boy so na invite bro ko da. I'm not going to go to the house. I'm not going to go to the house. I'm not going to go to the house. Some people are going to go to the house. She did not want me. You can't go to the house. Any woman to me, but I don't have any. You must know some young. You know, be about mini buffet got on. Next generation, about the next 10, 15 years. What is the fate of government? Come on, be now. Looking at them, it's so more interest, fine. But we are looking at the future of the next generation of the Ga people and the Ga states and our tradition and culture as large. Our identity, Jibokusun, that was Remo. Well, you know what they, when they got this, we get Nashikono, our tree can be from Batilolo, Nanyasa. Now consider I get from class 1 to primary 3. I to mother in the other one said it's optional. Jatonga, oh, somewhere at Tomoga. Go, don't write the baking. I told you, but other languages are cross our barrier. I remember that I told your school son, and yes, still, one way forward that. One Felkusu, what can say, no Timoniaga, no family by Germany, but I spoke. Get by nice. None of you know. None of you can hear them, no. You can't be in I can't feel again. I feel 30 days out of 365 weeks. The Gamashikono, the Tomoko, now I hear not tell me. What buffet? Me, you are a law. Me, you are a Kusunche. Buffet. No fear, no never fear, Gan. Get Gan in there. Go fear what we are having the Gan set at the heart. Ni wants her. Ni baby, you are Minihana Nagame, Salane, a project Lodubang. Money by identify Menake Ganoni. That is paramount. Young Malepo me, Agami. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let's all hear. Keep silence before him. In my mother and my name, tell me okay. Change in the Bible. It's non-negotiable. You not feel no wrong there, and God is all that there is. We see God through our traditions and our rights. What for you? It's eating. They are Misafile on an anitino. I check them out. Some of the defend the government. Defend the government because I can with exchange what we soon. Kashiga. It was all over. Some will defend you.
Right, if I'm born Onunumu Akwami Saye na Ewulomo, the prophet of the Nile. And like I said, he spoke passionately and beautifully. Ni engona. Ni numu Akwami Saye ofa na efe no yo. I hope ake. O stand in there, nothing will change it. Stay right there. Stay right there. Wankwanye. Como ni binele, where your problems be, your gamashi, your Ga-Dangme, shipono. Ni every institution, why one up, I solve you. She done, you trying to chip away our very essence. What defines us as a people? Can you tell you know, you guys want to chip a little bit away, chip a little bit away, chip a little bit away until we are no more. One way. streets ni yo gafe akeko me ngwogwe Asante magbe ya Kumasi no akwako ba na street ko ni ganyogbe kan no ya Asante region no ya kwako ba na street ko ni ganyogbe kan no lo gamagbe pi ne ane kokula na bawo komo ewe streets any yo Ghana oba choye kome na Asante magbe mini no wa fenye wa kome to mini no wa ifahu mini no wa fenye ke you airport no go ne numo Dave but o fa ne mi ngabo efe no yo nkele you ne grant to e ka baje me e chen to ese ko se airport akwaba gan you money o bake anya ngba peteje o kenye mojuno anya ngba peteje o bake anya ba peteje o kenye mojuno anya ngba peteje me na gbele Kumasi airport bona awole Nana Ajiman Prempeh the first Nana Ajiman Prempeh the first ga traditional council sana monto ne nye file petition kanya ha mo fe mo ne you responsible ni kotoka aji egbe airport no after all kotoka kuwe ba fe mini ni papa kotoka fe an Ghana ame hu ame no Nana Ajiman Prempeh the first Kintakitayua International Airport. How does it sound? Ga-Dangme for Mobi. How does it sound? Near Ikushi International Airport. How does it sound? How does it sound? Aje kotokagbe again. Sani bene nye file petition no more. Achake kotokagbe. Naka gamajia cheme. Agbe kwa wojeme. Kotokanke kuwe bafe. Kemo compone ba fe no ke Kwame Nkrumah International Airport wa call na ke cause Nkrumah ale wo no ni ezema anyo ni mo shi wa no mi e represent odo first Kumasi Airport no na agbele ko seje me ni bi agba etwi mi nke picture ko egbe screen no ba na agba 90 ye be ona no amiro wo no agba okenye mojuro Kumasi no agba 90 ye wo no mi no agba okenye mojuro ko je pe play mi une ba mi no agba o bake mi no agba akwa ba je gani ka me fe wo no asama fe le na kan sana fe le na kan wo ba inspon no eche wo ba spon no eche wo ba before a lot of ethnic groups ba kaji one disrespect you more kabata bi ane nyumwe patako wonyin nyumwe patako ye pa ko den Dr. Kisi oba ba ke wa keshi if none of you if it is not you had the audacity to actually stand in front of our authorities, our traditional authorities, ni more or less oba ka make what we are doing is not of God, so we are fighting against God. Really? No go ni one fair to be ni ko ni prophet say ame ya na me solio na me hioma na me solio ke Ghana ma munfe. Okay, it is not of God. We are fighting against God. Really? Really? Onu numu akwae deke bi ni ya school ayu egan nke akaje wo no kem bagan we mo nye na be na to mi gamashie mi no achose mi ye gamashie mi shikomo ona be ni gan we mo to mi because ken te school abake no vernacular ko we vernacular abagmo ogbe teacher ba jibo ke yibu aba fine bo no ba pay. So when you bluffo kem bashi an udenche me ni me bole mi fe aken kami na kwe o me ne ya bluffo school we ba ken kami na kwe ata na test improficiency in English again mu ta flache gbeke bulu again mi na kwe titi you bluffo no nke tabi me ne nando emergency che te fi ote ni abake achonga ka ta third grade after third grade it should be optional. How ke Ashanti region na kan fi ole je me acho after third grade an mo gbe ni mo ni ba ka se gan acho le gan angogbe ni moni ba ka se Ga-Dangme aton le Ga-Dangme ni Greater Accra la ba ka ke after 3rd grade optional ke Ga-Dangme for mo bi am a teacher training college na me gbe na e ka poster me ke te shon e ka poster me ke te shon maba no le numo na ewe noko and I hope I can software keja me nu noko klo me ba nuwe okay God is all that there is. Real bro for me. Numo na we see God through our traditions. That was a very profound statement. Okay? God is all that there is. We see God through our traditions. Neke moku obakela ke eja won. Neke moku neke gbomo ofa neke gan mi iwe it sound a little disrespectful for neke kemi. Neke gbomo obaka ke shi eja won. But way, I hope Ake Christopher Nitale Asafo Nupa. I hope Ake they took that. I'm a call no konokokla. That particular statement should stay with them. Okay, God is all that there is. We see God through our traditions. And I'm glad he spoke in English. Okay, God is all that there is. We see God through our traditions. How dare you? How dare you? No more Titus Glover. Na gbene eje me. Ni bi ani na ewuro mo yue e ba je na o fa ne kwamo.
Na ewuro mo. FM I feel sorry to bring the situation back. See, madumo na le no ishba mi. Oni makba. Ninga ke na ewuro mo ko ba fair fight. Now I'm in the regional minister. On the 29th of April, 4th month, or 8 months, we money we. In fact, that we money large, when you money we, because Solomon, you got black come or number come out, they had one much. She was my fight. Musushana kanu musushana kanu liga machame kono kwa ni mvya musushana wono ni bi mashishi ni support like ni bi she within few months in the bar machi mabenke education minister inaka meje no kush she le na keshe but ma finally oni dadwe mo ni achon tafla je me in your primary school class 3 1974. Mrs. Safu Babi, like Cassica, you got a it was a new Mawa, anyway, airport, and now Gabimu again, my final and transport minister. Oh, Lumo, one I can do the what we need, make a she will back or negotiate, obey the highway. Make a fight, okay, for she will back or negotiate. She when you get enough for that, when you come up black, she will fail a fight. Walking, the image, I would have feel look at it. Make a fight. When you will negotiate, that be, we're going to die one day. You will feel good.
Yeah, over the one regional minister designated. Numo kwate ofane wonkwebo wonkwebo kotoka the transportation minister yue ajegbe airport nge kuwe ba fe wonyeme wonyeme aigbe nyodishi game wo ka aigbe me bo le gbe me ko meji wo shinge kotoka kuwe ba fe Kintakita you are the first international airport. It has a ring to it, does it not? Numu Ayikushi, the first international airport, has a nice ring to it, does it not? Wankwebo. Wankwebo. Wabakwe. You guys have just a few months. You guys will probably lose the elections anyway. Miniji all legacy no bashin when it comes to Ga-Dangme nibi. oba kwe nole numo gbese mi bodo manye ni mi abo manye juno ke wo tabi eni nyefe no go na eyin e wo yuo kenye bomode won oba ji enye yi numo akwa mi nsan nko pleje ajobo je ma wajin ajobo ni gbese bo won pleje ajobo bo nje ma wajin ajobo ni gbese ba that will be the last video match up again. No any wadumo je no wadumo wachake ni gbese je ma wajin fa ajobo o pleje nyungba won ajobo bo ni gbese tuwe
Chamuti.
Nilole Afi, Kelole Afi. Ena, Numunai, Nashale, Nikemesh. Wofa, Ake Yone, Nachake. Don't know any Mario. She and Kwani Kumito, me bet. Where much of a nigga, if you can't blow mine, after soon. We did much here. If the Roman after and quality we to enough woman, Yemen, Aketa, Galimo, Amuta, then what you are. The English say, Belen, if you or you can't tell then you can't do it. I do much of me who have taken soon. Was more than Cambodia, no bar, to Bakairo. O bakapilimu o ni le lo yen o pe abo waya so mo bi picture ko waya se on ma go bi no we so any word mo dem no word waya se
right o fa ne bonu ni gbese e ga yuemu e kometo ayu ole anu kwale yuemu e komepe any word mo je me no word mo ni enumo nye duma je no ni duma je me no because ni chake yen na ne wo ba yue mi je nye yi the video na mi because ni yue no na san nye yue. Our customs and traditions are non-negotiable. Our very essence, Jimo. Our very essence. That is what defines us as a people. There is no room for amendment whatsoever. Nibi Komeyen, like I said, it changes with time. This is not one of them. No means no. No means no. Wachake. Ni Kenya leno. Ni kamera se gbo atan. Ni nyafe no ko ese. Ni wanuye. Wo ba use your platform say no ba call nye out un kata be ni ba reverse. Into when you video HCJ. This should be a word of caution to every single institution in your Ghana, religious institution, political institutions, whatsoever. The new crop of Ga-Dangme youth ni waba. One may one yai. Taflache wache me kome. Taflache mi pa fa ni mi we na me chon wa yin. Ni ye feel like am le noko. Ni ye ba shishi ame. It is over. It is over. The new generation of Ga-Dangme people, we are educated. We are extremely educated. We will speak and we will fight for our land. We will use our voices to fight for our land. Ni won washini ko papa. Ha wo bi ka wona bi. Twa no manye juno afo no. Ngbe aji ni tete obobi ashon. O ira don.
Yeah, Baba. Yeah, Baba. It's neat. Them say you want to chop my